No stopping us now. I love that song.
G'day folks, welcome to Big VTV Division 1, and firstly I just want to
This is a new place, mate. Have we been here before?
I just want to apologise to
Ringwood Lake.
No, I want to apologise to you two guys. Sincerely, from the absolute bottom trenches of my heart, because I couldn't care less. We came out to Ringwood Lake again this week, and I said, you know what, there's a miners' cottage at Ringwood Lake. It'd be a great place to film the show from. An old miners' cottage. We'll go back in time.
It's not even, doesn't even tie into anything. It's just
No,
near
it
your
doesn't.
house.
It doesn't.
It's just near your house.
It's around the corner from my joint, but that's all right.
That's all right.
I apologise. I didn't know the miners' cottage burnt down 4 years ago.
That was great. I didn't bring a jacket because I thought we were going to be in front of an open fire in a miners' cottage. I'm friggin' freezing. Thank you, Justin.
Well, I do apologise.
I was going to be sitting with bookshelves, fireplace, with a pipe, in my dressing gown.
D1 men. I tell you what, you want something funny? Let's start off with D1 men. Mildura 78 defeated McKinnon 68.
Zing.
Yeah, zing. What happened, man? Went down by 10 points to Mildura.
Look,
Tell us about it.
We started well, mate.
I tell you what, you started with a 24-12 quarter time lead.
Zane Allen, mate, shot the lights out. You had 4 trays in the first quarter.
Oh, you blew it from there.
We did. Chris Clark started getting involved. We did a pretty good job on Chris, but he had 9 turnovers. But look, they're just a good team. They played well. We weren't quite where we needed to be.
Your pressure from the bench on Chris Clark was telling in this game.
I was talking trash.
Telling in this game. Jay Will 18-11, Chris Clark 18 points, 4 assists, 5 steals, 9 turnovers. Marcus Timmons 17-7, O'Hara 15 points. Sweet Cal. 0 of 1 in 5 minutes.
Quality output.
Did you actually get a chance to get out there and have a run, or what? Why aren't you playing at the moment? The team's losing and you're not getting on the floor.
Look, mate, there's some guys ahead of me that are playing better than I am, so
obviously
they're minutes at the moment.
Yeah, look, I think McKinnon, it's pretty much must win for them this week. They've now slipped 2 games outside the top 4.
Big time.
The Watson Conference, it's tough. You know, there's a lot of good teams, and you know, you got I think Warrandyte and Hawthorn sitting in 3rd and 4th.
Yep.
They're not teams that are just going to give up a final spot. So I think if McKinnon don't start winning games soon, and look, they do have some players that are out with Axel, Chris Giosis, John Morris didn't play on the weekend. They've got to start getting wins, as I think they're done.
But you got to have a look at the teams above us who have some really tough games coming up. So we've had.
But I think in Div 1, like you're playing Chelsea this
really
week.
Tough.
Yeah, but you're playing Chelsea this week, who aren't high on the ladder, but they've had some great results. So I don't think it's fair to say that anyone's easy to beat. Like,
who's easier to beat? Who's easier to beat? Chelsea or Werribee, or Chelsea or Camberwell?
Well, let's just see. You're 2 games outside of the top 4, and your team's not performing at the moment.
I'll see you next week. It's all right.
How you going over there? All right? Yeah, good. Sorry, what are we up to? Have we done? Have we done Mildura McKinnon yet? Have we done that, or?
Yeah, I think we've done it.
Have a look at you.
Yeah,
have a look at you.
Shitty,
Big sook. Southern Pen 60 went down to Sunbury 62. Who, by the way, these 2 fools said Sunbury wouldn't win a game for the season. I stuck with you, and they won 2 in a row.
2 in a row to the Jets.
2 in a row.
Stuck with them, did you?
No, I stuck with the Jets. I'll tell you what, I stuck with them.
He didn't.
I stuck with them.
You're a lie, mate.
You couldn't have tipped him to beat Southern Pen, though.
Oh.
Not really.
No,
Manny
I
Hendricks
wouldn't.
beat
No,
him
but here's
like
the thing,
35
Nate.
a game,
He
but-
never puts his nuts on the line. Ever. He never does.
Mate,
he always asks us
after
who's the
6 weeks, you said Sunbury won't win a game. I said, hang on, it's a bit early to call that. They've won their last 2. Give them credit.
Yeah, they've done really
Give
well.
the
They've
Jets
got fantastic
Really
that you
good
won
job.
2 games. Great job.
By the way, Southern Pen were leading this game 30 seconds into the second quarter, 25-6.
And you certainly wouldn't have thought Sunbury were going to get back from there. So that's
Wow. Matt Brasser 19 points, Manny Hendricks 17 points for Southern Pen, Nathan Selwood 20 points, Maber Manuel 14 and 10. Well done to the Jets. Good win.
Yeah. And look, Selwood's been really good the last couple of weeks.
Really good.
Wound back the clock a bit.
Very good.
Manny Hendricks 17 points, well below his season average.
Yeah.
That was the problem. There you go.
Warrnambool 60 went down to Latrobe City 74.
Wisdom.
Seahawks shot at 29%. Nick Sedley 13 points. Kelvin Reese 13 points for LC. So a couple of other players stepping up.
Yeah, I think the big thing for me coming out of that game was Cam Mitchell did play really well for Warrnambool.
22 and 11 for the Green Lantern.
Yeah, and they kept the perm to 9 points.
9 points, well
and
done.
yet they still got a 14-point win over Warrnambool at Warrnambool, who are a really good side.
Big
So to
perm,
me-
by the way. Big perm. Not the perm. Big perm.
Sorry.
Yep.
But look, that to me
Big
shows
mullet.
that Latrobe City are real contenders. That was a really big win for them with other players stepping up.
I think they are definitely contenders.
Yeah, well, considering the buckets of plenty didn't get buckets of plenty and they still won. Great job. They got some other guys who can step up.
Do you want to discuss your theory that you discussed with me on the phone yesterday about Latrobe City?
Don't you lie to me.
You spoke to me yesterday on the
viewers, they don't
phone.
deserve that.
You spoke to me yesterday on the phone, and you spoke about Latrobe City's next 5 weeks.
You did.
They got,
True or
they
false?
got some tough games coming up.
Well, do you want to tell us what you think
And that's
will
how
happen?
you're going to get back in the top 4.
Well, fingers crossed. All things going to plan. We have the run we have, and they have Camberwell, Werribee.
Blah blah
We can get
blah.
this. You asked me a question.
You sound like a coach. We're just going to take it 1 week at a time.
1 week at a time,
Yeah,
mate. It's cliche.
right. I love it when we talk about our phone calls on camera. It's great, isn't it? Altona 58 went down to Chelsea 75. Chelsea are up and about at the moment, and they've got a pretty easy scalp this week coming up. So
They play McKinnon, though.
They do. They played McKinnon 40 to 21
There's no easy
first half.
games any week.
40 to 21 first half of the goals. They took 30 more shots in this game. Sean Phelan 14 and 7 for
Phelan,
Phelan.
fine.
14 and 7 for Altona. Tom Burns 22, Jake McCauley 17, Michael James 17, Dub 12 and 13 for
Wollongong.
Dub for Chelsea. Chelsea, good win.
Yeah, really good.
Altona.
How can you go from beating Hawthorn at
Altona.
Hawthorn to getting beaten comfortably on your
one of
home
those
court to
teams.
Chelsea? It's just
Yeah.
Are they the most
yeah,
inconsistent
absolutely.
team
And,
this
you know,
season?
they are a good team.
They're budget.
Their best and worst is so different, and it just fluctuates each week. What you're going to get.
You know what's disappointing? I reckon this time last season we were saying exactly the same thing about Altona.
Yeah, I know.
We really thought they'd have a big season,
Yeah.
and they just did this all year.
Yeah.
Come on, get the Gators up.
I guess it's better than just doing this, but
Whittlesea 79 went down to Hawthorn 80. J. Allen 36 points. He's having a great season.
He is.
Having a really good
He
season.
He can heat up very quickly. The microwave. What do you reckon? Jay Allen.
The microwave. That's not bad. I like
alright.
it. That's
Yeah.
all right.
Yep. All right.
About time you contributed, Randy. Jason Dirks,
Oh,
20
mate.
points for Whittlesea, by the way. Hey, listen, Hawthorn 80, Whittlesea 79.
Yeah.
Whittlesea, 3 of their 4 teams in round 8 lost by a point. That's heartbreaking stuff for that club.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I can't remember that ever happening before. 3 of 4 teams at your club losing by a point.
It's an anomaly.
It is. Werribee
And
81 defeated Warrandyte 60. 2-point margin at half time. Werribee second half. Bang.
They're legit, mate.
I
They
think
are
we're
very
the
legit.
favourites now. Like Warrandyte, I think had won
All
6 in a row.
favourites?
Yeah, Warrandyte had won 6 in a row.
Not worried
and
about
we're looking really, really good. And to lose by that much to Werribee, Jordan Hughes is just killing it every time he takes the court. I really think the Devils are the team to beat.
Well,
right,
who's the
right
second
now.
team to beat? Who did they pass?
Well, they beat Mildura the week before by 24 points, Werribee as well. So in the
Yeah.
last 2 weeks, they've
To beat
done...
Mildura and Warrandyte comfortably both games, they've got to be the team to beat right now. I reckon.
If they can do it on the road.
Yeah,
They've got 2
yeah.
great scalps at home. Let's see them get some big wins on the
Yeah.
road. Once we see
think
that,
they can.
once we see that, we'll be pretty happy. But from all reports, Warrandyte really, really ordinary in the second half
Yeah.
of this game.
Okay.
You saw it?
Well, no, I didn't see it. From all reports, I said
Okay.
they'd had
Alright.
6 wins in a row.
I mean, your
First half,
report.
not too bad. Second half, they dropped right away, and hopefully they bounce back.
Yeah.
Jordan Hughes, 22 points in that game. Muka Silva, 12 and 14. Jezza Leonard with 20 points for the Venom. Melbourne, 94, defeated Melbourne University. Sorry, Blackburn, 94, defeated.
Yeah.
Do you know I did that last week as
Yeah,
well?
you did.
I looked
Every time
straight
you
at
get near Melbourne,
Blackburn
you-
and I go, Melbourne.
Sorry, mate.
Blackburn 94 defeated Melbourne Uni 75. Vikings hit 12 triples from 34 attempts, so they didn't mind shooting from the arc. Nick George 27 points, 7 trays.
Guy
Fi-
can shoot.
Can shoot.
Can shoot.
Loves the purple mohawk too, by the way. 5 Vikings in double digits.
Yeah.
They had a great game, Blackburn.
Yeah, and look, that's a couple of wins in a row to Blackburn. They've moved up to 4 wins now, and they're keeping themselves in
Yep.
contention for finals as well, so it's good.
Stephen Pomerson 19 points, Daniel Leslie 15 and 10 for Melbourne Uni. Campbell 98 went down to Geelong in overtime, 98 to 104.
Ooh.
That's a
You
great
didn't tip
win for the
that.
Super Cats.
You didn't
No,
tip
no
that.
way.
Didn't tip that. Campbell had 14 more shots, but they went 35% from the field compared to Geelong's 46%.
No Christopher.
No, Chris Anstey didn't play again. He's been missing for a little while now. Brett Goodgame had a good game.
Had a great game.
31 points. He had a great game.
He
Brett
should get his
Goodgame.
name legally changed.
He should. Brett, great game last week. Stephen Wyzak 19 and 18. Ben McCauley 19 and 16. Geelong came to play. Good win.
Yeah.
It's such an important win for Geelong because that now actually gives them a little bit of a gap between them and Whittlesea in
Yep.
the Terrell
Well, they're in
Conference.
4th. I reckon top
Yeah.
4's there done. We'll have to talk about that in a moment.
Yeah, I really think they have, yeah.
Kevin Anstey 26 and 12, the Vulture. Jordan
Ballin'.
Canavan 24 and 7 in that game. Terrell Ladder, here we go, D1 men. Mildura 9 and 2, Werribee 7 and 2, the informed team. Warrnambool 5 and 4, Geelong 5 and 5. That's the top 4.
Okay.
Whittlesea 3 and 6.
Oh, that's a big gap.
And I reckon if I had a look at the stats, they've probably lost 3 games in
Just.
close
Yeah, they
fashion,
have.
big time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
They had a couple of 1-pointers, Whittlesea.
Yeah, they have, yep.
Melbourne Uni 3 and 6, Altona 3 and 7, Sunbury 2 and 7. We're coming up to round 9, halfway through the top 4. Mildura, Werribee, Warrnambool, Geelong.
I don't think that's going to change. I think Geelong were the one that was a little bit of a question mark. They've had a little bit of inconsistent form lately, but to come out and beat Camberwell now, I think it's going to be Geelong in the 4th spot.
Yeah,
Watson ladder. Camberwell 6 and 3, Latrobe City 6 and 3, Warrandyte 6 and 3, Hawthorn 6 and 3. Wow.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's great, isn't it? McKinnon 4 and 5 and on the slide.
Yep.
Blackburn 4 and 5, Southern Peninsula 3 and 6, Chelsea 3 and 8.
Look, I think McKinnon and Blackburn are still an outside chance of getting that 4th spot.
We've got some credit to do.
But, you know, there's some really good teams in that conference, and, you know, 2 good teams are going to miss out.
McKinnon 4 and 5 in 5th position. Are you going to make it?
Absolutely.
Who are you going to replace? This is what I love. Camberwell, Latrobe City, Warrandyte, Hawthorn.
Oh, I think
Who are you going to replace?
It's probably Hawthorn and Warrandyte at the moment. Maybe Latrobe City with their run coming up.
Camberwell? You picked 3 of them. You might as well pick all 4, mate. Jeez, don't hold back.
Look, I reckon we could take any one spot, to be honest with you.
Okay.
There you go.
You got to start with a win though. Let's
Maybe
see
all
how
of
you
them
go this
will
week.
finish top.
Round 9, here we go. Sunbury, Geelong. Pretty cold out at Sunbury at the moment too.
Pretty cold out here.
Pretty cold at Sunbury.
Yeah, take a blanket.
Take a few blankets. Sunbury or Geelong?
Geelong.
If you're a coach, wear a jumper.
Southern Pen, Warrandyte.
I'll go Warrandyte up. Southern Penn's poor form last week.
Warrandyte weren't much better, mate. Mildura,
Yeah,
Melbourne Uni.
Mildura. Yeah.
Latrobe City, Hawthorn. Good game.
Yeah, Latrobe City.
Really good game.
I like Latrobe
Who
City.
do you like in that?
Latrobe City.
Yeah.
Warrnambool, Altona. Battle of the West. This is the type of game that Altona would come out
Yeah, I know.
and win, seriously.
Where is it?
Down at Warrnambool.
Yeah, I
You have
reckon-
to go Seahawks.
Yeah, Seahawks.
Warrnambool. Yeah.
McKinnon, Chelsea. McKinnon, Chelsea, come on.
Look, McKinnon should. Let's be honest. McKinnon should win, but I'm
Should.
not convinced that they're going to.
So who are you going for?
McKinnon by
Oh.
4.
Begrudgingly.
Where
You've been the number 1 ticket over the last couple of weeks. You've lost that.
Werribee, Whittlesea.
Werribee.
A bloody bus pass doesn't count as the number 1 ticket holder, by the way. Sunday games, Blackburn, Camberwell. Good game. Camberwell need to bounce back here.
Yeah, Camberwell.
Yeah.
Sunbury, Warrnambool.
Sunbury for 3 in a row.
Geelong, well, they play on
They
Saturday
play the
night,
night
mate,
before,
by the way.
Oh, right. Who do they have there?
They play Geelong.
You tipped Geelong, remember?
Yeah.
Geelong, Latrobe City. That should be a good game too. Latrobe City got a bit of trouble this week. Geelong, Latrobe City.
I think Latrobe City. I don't think they'll be able to stop the big burn.
Let's get on to D1 women.
Here we go.
Warrnambool 69. There's a big story in this one. Warrnambool
Yes, there
69
is.
defeated Latrobe City 65. Great game. 2 teams in form at the moment. Warrnambool get the points. Take it away. Who stepped back out for the Mermaids?
Katie O'Keefe.
Bang,
she
she's
stepped
back.
out in a big
Huge
way.
in.
Look, last
Massive
week I was
in.
saying, because you know I've had my thing with Warrnambool this season. Last week I was saying that they're a good team, but I just don't think they're at that elite level. Bringing Katie O'Keefe
are
back
now.
in, they are
You've
now.
just got bailed out.
Yeah, I know.
You've been bailed out for
big
the whole
time. That's a
season.
huge, and that makes them instant title contenders, I reckon.
After round 3, we might have been out here after round 3. Warrnambool gone.
Yeah.
They're back. Katie O'Keefe 20 and 15, Holly Green 24 and 8. They look a totally different team now
absolutely.
with Katie O'Keefe in there. Fantastic play. Tanali Hood, the young kid, the young guard from Latrobe City.
She's from the Hood.
17 points in this game. JLP had 12 and 10. Jamie Lee Pierce. I've got to tell you, Tanali Hood, her last month of basketball, exceptional. And if you look at some of the young kids in D1 women, Tanali Hood, obviously there's a couple out at Warrandyte with Molly Burke and Meg Dargan. You got some great young kids running around at the moment.
Yeah, and Tanali Hood's just coming off a really good season in the CBL where she just ripped it apart. So
Yeah.
it's great to see her take that step up, and she's still doing really well.
Yeah.
Any other young kids out there? There's a few, isn't there?
There's a lot.
Couple out of Keilor, Jess Frankie's another one. Very, very good player.
I like
I'm
how
just
she
trying to
plays.
think of
Yeah.
who else is out there. So
Camberwell's whole team are young.
yeah, they are very much so. And we're going to talk about Camberwell in a moment. A couple of wins in a row. Altona 94, Chelsea 53, 46 to 21 first half, 60 to 30 rebounds, 22 to 9 assists. It was an absolute smashing.
I think Altona are just too experienced against that Chelsea.
That's just, they're on another level, mate.
Absolutely.
Dossie 32 points, 13 rebounds, 3 blocks, 4 assists. Sharon Grieve 13 points, 10 rebounds, 9 assists. Just winding back the clock.
Almost the trip double.
Loves that. Louise Johnson, 19 points. Nicole McMahon, 14 and 14. They just love the stats. They filled up. Kate Marnie, 13 points for Chelsea. She was their best. It was a 41-point margin.
Okay, money. Yeah. Not bad.
Camberwell, 63, defeated
She's a good
Geelong,
basketball
60.
player too.
Camberwell 63 defeated Geelong 60. You're a fool sometimes. No. You're a fool all the time. Trying to wind me up. The Dragons, very inconsistent in this game. They got the win though. 23 points, 9 points, 22 points, 9 points. If we weren't going the same way in each half, you'd think the wind was blowing one way.
I reckon there's club wrap on one ring.
Must have been.
Yeah, unbelievable. And look, that Dragons outfit, they just continue to get better and better as a young team. And that's like, I don't really rate Geelong, but that's still a win that we probably wouldn't have tipped.
Well, let's be fair, because we've spoken about this the last few weeks. I think we can officially say now Geelong, very, very disappointing.
Absolutely.
We expected them to be far better than this.
Yeah, I did.
I actually, they were the team at the start of the season that I thought, you know, looking at where some of those players have come
They got some
from, I
vets.
thought they were the team to beat. I really did.
What an experience. No
Sunbury
game.
41, very cold out at Sunbury, lost to Craigieburn 66. The Jets have lost their last 5. Emmy O'Neill 10 and 13 in this game. Tenille Cairns 16 for Craigieburn. Craigieburn shared the love here. Well done.
Yeah,
Playing well.
Yeah, they are. They just continue to get the job done. They're one of the best teams.
Keilor 55 went down to Hawthorn 66. Cat Black, one of the best names going around. Cat Black 25 and 7. Great game. Tash Ross Harris 17 and 18 for Hawthorn. Good game.
Yeah, and look, Hawthorn are one of those teams that are up there, but we probably don't talk about them as much as some of the other contending teams, like you know, your Altonas, your Whittleseys, and your Craigieburns. They're just slowly going about
doing all right. Doing all right. Warrandyte 53 defeated Whittlesea 52 in overtime.
Well done, mate.
1 point win. Very happy with that. Pacers' first loss of the season. 27 turnovers they were forced into.
What's the secret, mate?
Well,
is it sitting in the zone?
No, I just think we just cluttered them up, and it
Sitting in the
worked.
zone.
It worked, no doubt about it.
Well done.
17,
do what you gotta do.
17 steals for the Venom in that game. Molly Burke 14 points, having a great season. The young kid. Sharon Hughes 17 and 13. She's having a great season for Whittlesea as well, no doubt.
So that's your team's breakout game. You should be right now.
Hope so. We'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Terrell Ladder, Altona 8 and 0. Whittlesea 6 and 1 now after that loss. And to be fair to Whittlesea, sometimes after you've had a run, that one loss just shake things up, bang, and
could be good. Could be blessing.
No doubt they'll bounce back.
Good team.
Very good team. Very good team. Warrnambool 4 and 3. Mildura 4 and 5. Sunbury with 5 losses in a row are now 3 and 5.
Wow.
Keilor 2 and 6. Geelong 2 and 7. Altona, Whittlesea, Warrnambool, Mildura.
Done. Not necessarily the order, but it's done.
Yeah.
Watson Ladder, Latrobe City 6 and 2 up on top now. Who would have thought that? They're having a great season. Hawthorn 6 and 2, Craigieburn 6 and 2, Warrandyte 4 and 4. That's the top 4. Camberwell 3 and 5, Southern Penn 1 and 7, Chelsea 1 and 7. Latrobe City, Latrobe City, Hawthorn, Craigieburn, Warrandyte.
Done.
I know Campbell only 1 game off the pace, but I think it's done still. Yeah.
What a great season Latrobe City's having for their whole club. Their men and women are just both been outstanding so far. That's really exciting.
We spoke about great young kids before. Danny Pierce as well.
She's just been in China,
Great kid, great kid.
Yep, fantastic.
She's just been eating noodles non-stop since she got back too. Round 9, Southern Penn and Warrandyte. Southern Penn and Warrandyte. Mildura and Keilor.
Mildura.
Oh, I wonder if they'll roll out Power, Hendricks and Udenzi together. Love it.
3 and Monster.
Latrobe City, Hawthorn.
Well,
great game.
I think Latrobe City.
Yeah, so do I.
Warrnambool, Altona.
Altona.
Katie O'Keefe back.
Now that's going to be a ripper. That's one of the best games in the league.
Game of the round.
I reckon Altona.
Altona?
Yeah, it's game of the round.
Warrnambool.
I'm going to go Altona in that game.
Me too.
Craigieburn, Chelsea.
Craigieburn comfortably.
Sunday game, Sunbury, Warrnambool.
The Ball.
Cold out there. Geelong, Latrobe City.
Latrobe City.
Whittlesea, Camberwell. I'll tell you what, Camberwell's had 2 wins in a row, and they're coming up against a beast coming off a giant, coming off a loss.
I think it'll be close for a half, but I think Whittlesea will get after that.
Here's to McKinnon, mate. Good luck this week.
Thanks, mate.
Wish you all the very best.
Thanks,
just a talented group down there. Will you play this week or?
Yeah, we'll see how we go.
See you next week. Bye. Mate, you won't get a second on the court.
Ain't no stopping us now.